are you?
I would just say build a better deck.
Get the fuck out.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Okay, kill him! Oh, good for you!
Welcome to the Commander Smiths.
We are the Commander Smiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowery Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
This is episode 351 and... Right? Well, you gave me your... Yeah, it's 351. Don't give me that face.
You're right.
Okay.
I was just thinking that my camera's like...
Oh, okay.
further away. Normally, I don't.
Yeah, normally you don't see all your Stump the Smith Savant, your trophies, which I have this weekend when I see you in real life games. I have another trophy from RoboCop to give you.
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, so this is episode 351, and it is one of those episodes that we do when new sets coming out. What are we doing today, Lowery? It's an interesting.
I don't know.
one.
What do you mean interesting? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, because it's a foundation. Like the foundations is the core set stuff.
I thought we were gonna keep talking about the election. But, all right.
No, we're not going.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. All right. So foundations, Fave 5, new cards. This is a fairly reprint. Like there's a bunch of reprinted cards. It's like a core set. It's just a different name.
Yeah.
So it's foundations, and there's some new cards in there, like 130, 160 or something
like that. Yeah.
I did not count them all personally, not on a tally,
yeah,
or a voting machine.
You just heard from somewhere, and then it stuck in your brain, and then you just regurgitated it.
We'll
right?
see. No, I'm just guessing. That's all it is. I have my notes. My notes are 350 scratched out with a 1. And then because I thought it was 350. Fave 5 Frontiers, your name, my name. Room for a list.
What? It's Fave 5 Frontiers, not Foundations?
You're right. It is Foundations. I didn't even spell either of those right. It's Fontiers here. All right. Foundations.
Tad, get the fuck out of here with the damn Atali. That Atali is a pretty good looking card, and I'm gonna say
Foundations.
That art of that Atali is sweet, and also the stamp things, like the magic stamps all across them. Those look sweet as hell. Have you seen those? I mean, I've been staying off Twitter and stuff, but I have seen people posting those.
I just learned that we're doing foundations. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, so Foundations, Frontiers, same thing.
Frontiers a format. That's more important than a new set.
I love the idea. MTG Frontiers.
See? Wizards, hire me. I want to know what's going on.
I'm going to get our tags out of the way just really quick in the beginning before we get to everything, so we just kind of keep it going instead of like having that little in the middle. So really quick, there are 4 ways to support us. Everything that you guys give to us goes right back into the show. We have a lot of course, this always happens when we get towards the end of the year. We have a lot of new things that are probably going to be popping up here in the coming months. So stay tuned for that, I guess. But right now, the 4 ways you can support us is watch us live right now, like you're doing. If you're watching on YouTube, that does help us. If you have a choice of watching us live or just watching it, watch it on YouTube rather than listen. The other way is become a patron. Jump on the Discord. Just $1 gets you in there, and then you're chatting with us and all that stuff. But then you can also get proxies. Oh shit, I gotta post that. Okay, really? I'm gonna do that now. I made these proxies over the weekend, and I know you already saw them, but I do want to kind of pimp these out. So these have not been. This will be for next month's. Let's see, it's on this. But the secret layer sold out so quick last week. So this was Tad's idea, and a great idea, Tad, to say, hey, I want the Marvel stuff because I want to keep mine in the package. So I went ahead and made all the Marvel, the new cards, and I did them in the comic book form. So you got Black Panther right there, Captain America, what did you say? Who does he look like?
It looks like John Cena to me.
I didn't even think that until you said it, and I was like, yeah, you're fucking right. So
sure.
John Cena is Captain America, which kind of works because he's Peacekeeper, so he's kind of like that. He's
I guess he's the opposite way of it. Yeah.
And then we got Iron Man right there. So these are all AI generated art that I was able to put together and then kind of form these. And then Storm. This one I manipulated the most out of all the images.
Okay.
But yeah, this one Storm, and then finished with Wolverine there. So yeah, that's
and you plan on building Storm. I plan on building Wolverine at this point. I kind of maybe not, but I don't know I don't know.
Yeah,
but
we'll see.
Look out for those.
Yeah, so those will be our next deck stuff. Okay, let me get back to all that. Okay, so that's one thing that you can get as a patron is you can get proxies each month. And if you didn't get the secret layer and you want proxies, I mean, I think this is a fine time to make proxies and not actually own them because that was kind of a shit show. But that's another patron perk there. And then also you can donate on the cast where we're live here, or you can go to our store, which is a link below. You can buy like this mug it's a Yeti mug, Commander Smith mug. Actually, ours are in red. And those are $40. I mean, that's the price of Yeti mugs. Lowery's bored with me doing just like
I didn't say anything.
You're just leaning back.
Leave me alone.
But anyways, the Yeti mugs, Lowery doesn't have his because he lost his somewhere, but the red ones are what we have for sale, so you can check those out. So those are the ways you guys can support us. As I mentioned, the secret layer, I did want to show that really quick. Part of the polls right here. So we put up a poll last week of like people about the secret layer, and not surprised, but surprisingly, it was, do you think the Marvel secret layer instant sellout means it's time for a change? 10% voted no change, things are great. 57% of the people voted yes, switch to print to demand. 29% voted yes, limit 1 per copy per customer. And then 4% said I have no idea. So the lowest amount was I have no idea. But the most was between limiting everybody to 1, but by far, 57%, almost, a D passing grade, 60%. That's a huge number when we're in election season. So you kind of know that. This would be winning it all. Yes, switch to print to demand. And that's what we kind of thought when we had the discussion last week. So that's just a kind of recap on all that fun stuff. So Mug Life, yes, Red Squirrel, your Detroit Lions got lucky yesterday. That was quite the comeback there. Do you even know what I'm talking? I know we're talking sports.
Me, I understand that Goff had 5 picks and they still won.
Yes. Yeah,
that's the sign of a good team.
And
if you can overcome your quarterback.
They hit a franchise long field goal to tie it, and then they won it from Houston missing a field goal, and then they marched down just a little bit, and then they won by hitting the field goal. So it was
yeah, that's a good time. Hey, congrats on that win, Red Squirrel. Like that's fun stuff. That's a good season happening. You're having a lot of fun. That's what you want.
Oh, I don't want to. That's not my pick. That's
Hey,
not one of my picks.
fucking
That's
cheater.
not one of my picks. I just had one up. I was looking to see what they were. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's do
Okay.
our top 10 here, or a fave 5. It's really a fave 5.
Fave 5. I have 13, so I can keep
Oh,
going.
wow.
Yeah, well, I figure you're gonna steal half of them.
10, 11, 12.
There's a lot of
Hey,
really cool
I
cards,
have
by the way,
13
for
as
the new
well.
stuff.
Yeah. All right, now we're gonna people. Darnold had 3 picks.
3
Yeah,
Icks
3 Icks.
and Vikes looked mediocre against
Well,
the Giants.
hey, really quick, just one more sports ball thing for the Vikings. Since 2006, no team has won if they have had 3 or more turnovers and not scored a touchdown until yesterday when the Vikings did it.
Okay,
Just throwing it
go
out there.
Viking.
One Viking, just one of them.
One of them, not
That's a-
Sam Darnold.
That's a very
Probably.
inside joke from our tailgating days and drinking all the time days. All right, so we have our
essence.
we have our Fave 5 from what is it? Not Foundations. It's
It is
Frontiers.
Foundations.
It's Frontiers.
No, it's not Frontiers. We are not legally able to change anything.
Okay. All right, so we don't know each other's lists. And basically, it's kind of a little draft format here. So maybe at the end, we'll put up a vote of which Fave 5 you guys like more, or if you want your other Fave 5. So, Lowery, I know I won the tournament, but I'm going to let you go first on the picking here. So, what I think I've drafted first for the last Fave 5. So, what are you going to start off with your Fave 5 for Commander cards off of this? Now, we are including everything. There isn't Commander cards like the Commander decks like they've normally had, and a lot of times we've been splitting the legendary and then cards, but now we kind of combine it all together. So this is, since it's a Foundation set where it's a lot of reprints, we're only each doing 5, whereas normally in a new set normally we each do 10. So Lowery, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with one. You might like it, but I like it more because I'm gonna say it first, and you gave it to me. Niv Mizzet, Visionary.
That's the one Commander that I liked out of this. That is really
I kind
good.
of figured because it's the one I like as well.
it's
Will
it's really
you-
good.
All right, 4 colorless, blue and a red, 5/5 Dragon Wizard. It has flying. No, you have no maximum hand size. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards.
It's just
Um,
stupid. It's in red too, so it's like, let's be in the color that we're gonna draw a shit ton of cards because we're gonna do a lot of
Right.
damage.
Right? It's gonna be bonkers. That's gonna be so much fun. Also, it kind of,
Are you gonna build
You
this
know.
then? Because I mean, this
I don't know. We're gonna have to
This-
fight about it. I mean, it's over $10, right? Like,
this
maybe I'm just looking at the whole part.
647 or 584.
I might be willing to buy
For-
this.
for
I
the
mean, it
full
just depends
or
on
full-
what you want to do.
Well, I mean, it's a core set, so it's like, do I really
Right.
want to?
Right. Right.
This is the only.
Well, I mean, my
legendary
thing
creature I put
is
on here.
like I don't plan on comboing this. Combos with I think probably every other Niv Mizzet possible.
Yeah.
And so you kind of want to avoid that in how we're building it. But I do like the surrounding damage and, you know, just like the Electromancer, right? Is that the one whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, 2 damage each opponent, and then you draw 3 cards? That sounds fun. Sounds like fun to me.
Oh
But
shit!
I would also probably have to kill like 2 of my decks. So I don't know. I might not do anything about it.
I
Is
mean,
including
it is.
Jumpstart Foundations? No,
I didn't include that. No,
I didn't either.
I just went. with
I
the main
refuse to. I don't.
set. Jumpstart.
It was probably a good one. I just didn't look. I don't care enough.
But this is a high CMC for this dude too, so that is a little.
6?
That's a little tougher to get out.
Yeah, but it's fucking
I
legit.
know. I know. Once it's
Like,
out, it's like you're drawing a shit ton.
Yeah.
And the thing is you're doing damage while drawing cards. It's not like, you know, it's not a different effect where it's like had nothing to do with taking people's lives down. You're ticking everybody's life down
Right.
and at the same point drawing all the cards.
We'll have to
All
talk
the
about
cards.
it. We're both kind of excited for this one. I think it's great. This is an awesome card. But I do think it has that problem of like comboing fairly.
Where you accidentally,
Easily.
you
Yeah.
accidental combo, which are the worst.
So
You're like, oh, this
I don't
deck-
even know if it's accidental. It's just like it's my Niv Mizzet deck with all the Niv Mizzets, and I win.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
so I don't know, but either way, it looks really cool. I like it, and I'm sure one of us will build it.
Yep. Okay. I know you're not going to pick that one. I'm going to pick our new Blasphemous.
Yep, that was the other one I was thinking about going with.
Yeah, I figured that would probably hit your list. But Blasphemous Edict. I'm going to pick the cool art to this. I love the full arts of these flarts. So it's 3 and 2 black sorcery. You may pay 1 black rather than its Monica or its CMC. If there are 13 or more creatures on the battlefield, each player sacrifices 13 creatures of their choice. So do you think this is a better Blasphemous Act in a way? Because it's sacrificing, you're getting around the indestructible.
That's a good point.
No one's gonna. I mean, the token decks are gonna have more. So that's where Blasphemous Act is better. If somebody has like 30 tokens out, well, they lose them all. With this, they're only sacrificing 13. Most of the time, this is gonna hit. Everybody's sacrificing it. I really like this card. I think this is a sweet one for black.
Right.
How often do you cast Blasphemous Act for its minimum cost? All the time.
You know what? Because it's so stapley, I don't.
Oh, I don't
really
play
run it.
But I mean, every time I see it,
unless I'm doing a stuffy doll thing going on,
Yeah.
like I don't run Blasphemous Act. But that's why I would do it. For this, I would want some type of sacrifice theme going on, and so because like the nice thing about like what you're saying with like Blasphemous Act is like you can have or plan on having indestructible cards in there. This, you want like death effects happening, or
Right.
whenever your creature dies, or like things are happening, and that'll be a huge swing. But that's where I would run this. Whereas like Blasphemous Act is either like I want some creatures to actually be able to survive it, like damage is prevented, or dealing a bunch of damage, indestructible. That's nice to have those kind of cards too. So for me, 13, generally I don't have 13 creatures, so that's an auto board wipe for me.
Yeah.
So I would have to find some other reason to be running it as a board wipe.
So the funny thing is I think so. I have my new deck, Renma, that we're gonna be playing this week, or I'll be playing this weekend. Mirkwood Bats doesn't work as well with that deck. I like it because it's making the tokens and it does the 1 damage,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have a death trigger. It has a sacrifice trigger. So I
yep.
like this better in that deck because I want to wipe all the crows that I get on the board, but I need them to be sacrificed so that I can actually get a benefit of hurting everybody.
I can dig that for sure.
So this is going to definitely go in there. So that is my first pick. Lowery, what is going to be next on your list?
That's a good question. Wait, oh yeah. So this one's cheap, but I think this is going to be really good. High Society Hunter.
Oh, that's not on mine. Hang on a second. High
Dash Society.
Oh, is it a dash?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let's
Yep.
get a cool art on
So-
that one.
3 and 2 black for a 5/3 flyer. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on High Society Hunter. And then whenever another non-token creature dies, draw a card.
Oh, I do like
there's-
that.
So you seeing what I'm seeing?
I like that because that's
doesn't count
everybody,
tokens.
right? And it's everybody's creatures,
It's everybody's creatures, and it is not relegated to once per turn.
right?
So like you have comparables to this at the 3 mana spot, but it has to be either like your creatures, non-token, which this does say, or once per turn. Like those are all solid cards. Whereas this is a beater. 5/3 flying for 5 is not a bad deal.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
But then when it comes to being able to draw cards off of just creatures dying, and this allows that one sacrifice, like if you want it to get bigger, you can. If you want to draw a card off of that, you can. Like I think this card's would be really nice in your Tesa deck. Like it's drawing you a card, you get a double death trigger, a triple, because whatever you're sacrificing is going to have its own death trigger.
Yeah.
And then this is a death trigger, so you'll double draw off of that. Like, I really, really like this card. For me, like Mina or Zimone and Dina is gonna really like this when I'm sacrificing creatures to like draw cards and put lands down. Like, I think this fits in a lot of stuff. And the other comparable to this is like a 6-mana demon that's like 5/5 death touch. This is just gonna do more beating. Like it's gonna beat your opponents off.
No, lucky. Yeah, I like this one, dude. I like this one.
High society, definitely soft hands.
Yeah. No calluses.
Yeah. Great for Jaeger. I think this is gonna be an all-star. This is probably the best version of what's happening here.
I dig it. Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna get this one that I kind of came late to the party on this one. But there's a reason for this. So the Banner of Kinship, I really, really like this card. And let me explain why this is nice. We have a lot of effects. Oh, let me just say what it is. It's a 5-drop artifact. As this artifact enters, choose a creature type. This artifact enters with fellowship counters on it. For each creature you control with the chosen type, creature you control get 1/1 for each fellowship counter on this artifact. So we have like door to destinies type of thing when you pick a creature type, and then when it comes in, or when creatures enter, you put a 1/1 counter on all your creatures get 1/1 for each counter that's on it or whatever. I like this one because door to destinies, you see, or door of destinies, whatever wording that is, you see it coming. You know, it's out in play. You have to play more creatures for your stuff to get bigger as it goes along, right? Yeah. This is your game winner. This comes in at the end. This already happens. You have your stuff out, and then you have your tribe going crazy. You have your elves, you have your dragons, you have your goblins, you have whatever. You have enough of them out there. You slam this on the table, and it's the game over. And if you have any effects like doubling season, where you're adding multiple counters on it, this just goes bonkers. I know we have other effects that are normally the other way around. I think this is better this way because you don't want to be the target. Like, if you have Door to Destinies on the battlefield, you're the target because your stuff is getting bigger every time you play a creature. This is build your army up. Oh, yeah, he has a bunch of 1/1 fairies, or he has a bunch of 1/1 elves. I don't need to worry about him. And then you play this, and it's like, oh, we just lost the game. So I really like this card. I didn't at first, and it wasn't until I went through my list again, and I was like, actually, this one draws me in a little bit more because I like that it's a late game play and not an early game play. I mean, you can.
It's basically a Kindred Crater Hoof. I mean, you don't get the trample, but like it sticks around. It's a pump everything by 6 to 10. Like that's a huge swing. Totally agree. And being colorless is pretty big too. Yeah. There's the one card that's like this. So 5-mana artifact. Maybe even said it, but I wasn't paying attention. Which
you're saying Door to Destinies, or is that what you're saying?
No. The one where all creature types get +1/+1 for each other creature type, and then it
but
boosts
that's everybody.
Well.
That's the one. Yeah. I have that in my whatchamacallit deck.
But I think this is a straight swap for that in any type of Kindred style deck.
Oh,
yeah. Sure.
I might actually swing that into my the Scarecrow deck that I was just talking about. Now I'm trying to find the card because I wanted to show you which one I know which one you're talking about. It is Coat of Arms. Coat of Arms.
Yes. Yeah. I like this better than that. I understand why Coat of Arms is played a little bit, but I think this, that boost for everybody else, if you don't win the game, like, you are dying. So I think this is a straight swap in the right type of deck.
Right.
And then you also probably shouldn't be playing Coat of Arms.
Well, I have Coat of Arms in my red mod deck because I want those crows to be huge to kill the other players because they all have goading and all that crap. So
yeah, fair.
Yeah. So all right. So that is my second one. What is your next pick?
Next one is going to be Scrawling Crawler.
Oh, I didn't have that one on my. Oh no, I did. I did that one.
Yeah. Yep. Come on. 3 mana, colorless, 3 of it. 3/2 Phyrexian Construct. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player loses 1 life. I love this effect.
Yep. More of it.
It's an Underworld Dreams, which is just skyrocketed to, I guess a couple bucks, but some older versions are up around 8-10. So
skyrocketed, man.
Skyrocket. And this is, I mean, it is a little different.
I like that it's on your upkeep, then everybody draws. Instead of everybody drawing extra cards on their upkeep, this allows you to get a bigger benefit from that, like that draw. Yeah, you're giving everybody else extra cards, but you're getting it's on your terms. You know, so if they're drawing something that would help them, that they could play only on their turn, like a creature or something to stop you that's at sorcery speed, they can't do it because it's on your turn. And then yes, more effects that when your opponents draw, they lose life. I really dig it. And it can go in any deck.
You're for sure running this in the deck that's doing like Spiteful Dreams. They're doing, like this is a crazy card in your Nekusar decks, but anything that you want to be running like Temple Bell or Howling Mine, like those kind of cards run right with this. This has a huge package. Bam.
Oh, yeah.
In your face. But also just being colorless is nice, and it can kind of be everywhere as well.
Yeah. I dig it.
So.
Yep. Those on my list there as well.
Sorry, I'm just.
Well, it wasn't like it wasn't one of my starred ones, but it was on if you had chose one of my other ones. You hit one of my starred ones with your first pick. So
sure.
I'm going to hit this one, and there is ones that are like it, but I do like this one. So, wait, no, that's not the one I wanted. Oh, hang on a second. It's the Celestial Armor. Sorry.
All right. I'll write down my next one then.
Armor. So, Celestial Armor is 2 colors and 1 white equipment. It has flash. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. Doesn't have to be legendary, unlike Mithril Armor, which I really love the Mithril armor on that because you can this can go on any creature. That creature gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So it's only till end of turn. It's a protection for your creature, but it does gain permanent +2/+0 and flying. That's what the equipment is giving it. And then you equip for a 3 and 1. So this equips to any creature. It's at flash, instant speed. It gives the indestructible and hexproof. Like I like this stuff. I wish it wasn't white. I wish it could go in any deck, but I still think it's a very good card. I like protection spells, surprise protection spells, especially since we don't play counter spells. I like more cards that do this.
Yeah, I mean, because it isn't just a surprise my creature's gonna live type card. It is a surprise my creature can now block with the flying. It is indestructible for the end of the turn, so you can just block the biggest creature or do a swing. Like it can be one of those trades where somebody thought that they could attack and now their creature's dead.
Instead of protection, it's more of removal in a way as well.
Yeah, so I like that little bit of flexibility. I mean, the 3 mana just for the save right then feels a little like a bit much, but I get it. The equip cost is a little bit much too.
Yeah, the equip cost.
I see. I think it's fun. Yeah. I like it.
I've been putting the Mithril coat in so many decks. Like
I like Mithril coat a lot.
Yeah,
I like with that comparison, kind of was like, no, I definitely like Mithril coat more because it's a protection spell.
It stays on the creature. It's also indestructible. I like that a lot. But I do like, but that one is only a legendary, so you have to hit a legendary to do the instant equip. This can hit anything of yours, so I do like that part. So, all right, you're on to your 4th pick.
You can guess what is the most creaturiest of that Lowery would like.
I didn't write it on my list.
What?
Are you talking about the Hydra?
No, that I did. I did not do that one because this one's in there. But Quilled Great Worm.
Oh yeah.
So it's 4 colorless, 2 green. I want to say it's like a 7/7 trap wall. Whenever
this is Little Lowery's wet dream right here.
Right.
Not your son, Little Lowery. I mean you, you as a younger.
That'd be that. Yeah, that's weird if you're saying that about my son. That's trouble. But whenever a creature you control deals combat damage during your turn, put that many 1/1 counters on it. You may cast it from your graveyard by removing 6 counters from among creatures you control. in addition to paying its other costs.
It's pretty nice with
So-
the recursion stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's adding the counters to creatures. You can use those counters to bring it back if somebody's aiming to kill it.
This is
It's a
pretty good.
7/7 trample for 6 that makes your other creatures bigger. Like, and this creature could get bigger. Just like, I love it. I think it's not only just a beater. That's why I didn't go with the Hydra. The Hydra is just a beater, and it's great. I love the landfall. I love the doubling of the tokens, but this is going to make your team bigger. It is like a little bit like your banner of kinship. Like it comes down, and it's not right away winning you the game, but the
Right.
next turn, if you just doubled all the power that you could,
Well,
you're going to be doing more and more damage.
And the nice thing is, it's not like rite of passage where it needs to do combat damage to a player to get the counters. It just needs to do combat damage. So you're hitting other creatures, they're getting counters. So if they're
You're
getting
a really good point.
they're getting, you're getting chump blocked, they're still getting bigger. So yeah, this is a good card. I like it. I didn't have it on my list, but I mean,
Well, yeah, like that's why I picked it. I knew that was a meat card.
Yeah.
I appreciate you leaving it for me. That's
no, but
That's
that's
perfect.
good. I mean, it's 6 too. Like, think of that, dude. When we started
Right.
playing,
that's a crawl worm, baby.
Right.
And that was good.
Right.
6/4 do nothing.
it's just crazy where we're at with Magic. I mean, it's awesome.
I mean, that was common though. Come on,
Right.
It's gonna
But
scale
s-
up when it's a mythic.
yeah, but
Eh.
Force of Nature was our bad boy, and that sucker is so.
I don't know. I remember seeing that going. That's really cool art.
Yeah, it is amazing art. It still was a bad boy, but you had to pay 5 green or 4
4 or
green.
5 green each
Every-
upkeep was. I knew that was brutal.
It was
Brutal.
stupid. Lord of the Pit and everything like that. All the downfalls of all those big bad
Brutal.
boys. All right. What am I gonna choose? I think
You got 2 left.
Yeah, this one, another late one. It was on my list, and then I went through my list again, and this one jumped out a little bit better for me. So, Abyssal Harvester. I like this one.
Okay.
It's 2 black and 1 colorless for Demon Warlock. 3/2. Its ability: tap it. Exile target creature from a graveyard that was put there this turn. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a nightmare, and then in addition to its other types, and then you exile all your other nightmare tokens that you control. So the cool thing about this is it's any creature that goes to the graveyard you're removing. It's not just yours. It does still fit in decks where we were talking earlier of you sacrificing stuff. Gives you that creature again, so you have another sacrifice effect. But this is, I think it's pretty good for just in general being in a game. You know, somebody does board wipes aren't going to work because he's going to be board wiped as well, but just normal removal. Hey, now I have a token of that. You can only have one at a time because they're going to remove the other ones.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I think this one's kind of nice. I think it's an interesting effect. I think why I missed it the first time around when I was looking at it, I was like, it's just your creatures when they die or whatever. But the fact that it's everybody, like it doesn't matter what graveyard it is, that's kind of nice. And also getting rid of somebody's dangerous thing and then you're able to exile it, like that's always nice. But then you also get that creature for a little bit. I like that as well. So I think this one's kind of fun. I think it's going to be interesting. It's not expensive, you know. We'll see.
It's that seems like a quilled great worm to me. No. It's a cool card. I do like it when you can you can kind of even consider it just a little bit of graveyard hate, like exiling creatures from your opponent's yard. Like there ain't nothing wrong with that on
The only problem is you can't
a
just
small
do
scale.
it. Like, it has to go there from that turn. So that's the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
downside. It was either this
sure.
or Kaido. And I do like Kaido, but that's very specific to my ninja deck. And I'm like, it's too specific. So I didn't.
And I liked Kaido too. I almost put it on my list.
Because the
But just for,
damage
like-
stuff is kind of cool. Like,
Yeah,
but its
like-
ultimate isn't that great. I mean, you're getting a 2/1 ninja every time somebody casts a spell. I mean, that's good. But it's not like
that seems
winning-
pretty good. Like
but
if
you're
you
not
were
winning
able,
the game.
okay.
Shall we pull
How
up
about
Kaido?
this? You want to pull up Kaido?
Yeah.
Like that's probably should have been this pick because I think we both like Kaido's really cool. 3-drop. If you have enough of a gang whenever you have a creature that deals damage to a player,
Sorry.
it doesn't. There's no limit on that from my memory.
Nope. Yep. Whenever a creature you
And
control
so if you
deals
have
combat
like
damage
6
to a player,
creatures deal damage, you're gonna put 6 counters on that, and then you ultimate it right away.
Right.
You can do that. That's not hard.
That's what she said. But so the ultimate is
Hopefully not.
is the ultimate an ultimate enough to win the game? You get an emblem with whenever a player casts a spell, you create a 2/1 blue ninja creature token.
I think if you're able to land this mid game and have it go off pretty quick, like in a turn or two, I think that's good enough. If it's late game, then no. But like, if you're still fair. But I mean, like 3 mana, I think.
No, I love.
I think
this
it has to be in the right kind of deck.
Mhm.
How about that? Like, I don't think you willy-nilly throw this in every blue deck by any means, but like in my Rafine deck that has a lot of little flyers and I want to attack with a lot of stuff, like it's perfect in there.
Right.
And then it just gives me more creatures to attack with. I think that's the other thing. If you can keep Kaido around, then it only has more and more creatures. Like it fills into the +1 of itself, giving itself more loyalty counters. So I like this one a lot.
If the ninjas, if the ninjas were unblockable, I'd love it even. That would feel more like the
Sure.
ultimate.
Yeah.
So
And if it had Death Touch, you lose the game. That'd make it even better.
and extra turns like Teferi does once you.
Right? And if it just said make 2 of them instead of 1, it'd be better.
We're good at
They'd
this.
probably have to drop down the CMC for it, though, in that regard.
No, that would only if it was in green. If it was in green, then
If
you
it was
drop it.
green.
Then
Because that double
it's free.
blue
It's free
into a
if your
double green
commander's
is
out.
rough.
If your
So
if you were thinking about casting your commander, then it's free to come into play. It's not even your commander
Right.
has to be in play. It's like if you were thinking about it, you had pondering if you were going to cast your commander, then it comes into play free. I think that's how green would work.
Right. I'm glad we fixed this one. It's close, but it's all right.
All right, so that was my number 4 pick. All right, Larry, what is your number 5 pick?
I don't know,
We
man.
should do a whole episode on like taking cards and just saying how we would fix them. I feel like
Just
we had to
random-
be hammered to
random
do
ass
that.
shit.
Like I think that should be
Yeah.
our end of the year episode of just being shit can and be like,
I
"No,
love this
make-
card, but it's terrible. Let's make it better. I have like 4 cards that I would love to talk about. Do you know what you want to do?
No, I'm kind of basing it off of what you do. So you're taking away my option. I'm hoping. I actually was crying there, laughing. Wipe the tears away.
It's out of the 4, it's one of each color other than mono blue. What is the most interesting here? There's a damage doubler.
Yeah,
Life Gainer.
I didn't do that because I was like, we already have something similar.
If I'm going to give up Niv Mizzet, then I want to talk about the other guy. All right. I'll do the other legendary creature. I'm going to go Loot Exuberant Explorer.
Is that one little weird looking dude?
Yeah. I don't know what he is. I guess he's a beast.
Oh, there he is down there.
Noble beast.
I didn't like this
Yes.
one as much though. Well, okay.
You
know what?
you
The,
be nice.
the beginning part is good. I like.
Okay, so it's a 1/4 for 2 and a green. Beast Noble. You can play an additional land on each of your turns, so just getting more land.
Yeah.
But then you could pay 6.
That's a lot.
Tap. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck. You may reveal a creature card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control among them and put it into the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom.
That's
in a random order.
That's
This-
a lot.
Okay, so this is the weird part that I would say. I understand that this is more specific, but this feels very reminiscent of Golos, if that makes sense. Like more land, paying mana to cast another spell late game. It's a little bit more restricted, I'd say, but it's cheaper. It's cheaper. I think that's 8, 1 of each color and 3 colorless. This is just 6.
It's 6, and you only get the hard part for me was, and then there's a restriction. It's not even like you're looking at the top 6 and hoping you hit a creature card. Then it's like, okay, I'm hoping to hit a creature card that I have less lands than I have in play. I mean,
But
you're tapping
likely you
6.
have 6 lands.
Right.
When you're
You're casting 6, but
right.
I would like it to be like a huge creature so I could cheat it into play for cheap. But this is like, no, you got to make sure you have the right amount of mana. So that's why I went away from. But I do like. I think it's for 3. You're playing an additional land that I really like. I love that we
It can block for days.
As a big butt. Yep.
I like this. Like
I'm not hating
back
on
in the
it,
day,
but I'm hating on it. I'm telling you why I didn't put it on my list.
She was solid, but she missed a lot. That's going to be my worry is missing.
Yeah.
6 cards. Like looking at the top 6 cards, is that enough to hit every time?
And are you tapping that 6? Is that using Mana Rocks? You know, is this getting out early, or is this all land?
You're not gonna run Mana Rocks or even Dorks. It's gonna be 50 fucking land in this deck, and you're gonna hit your land drops.
So you're gonna
That's
50
what I would
land.
do.
You're gonna have 50 land, and then you're gonna hope that one of the 6 cards is a creature, not one of your lands.
Yes, that's all it is. 50 land, 49 creatures. Maybe switch around. Not sure. Gotta work out the kinks. But
well, 50-50
I think if you're just going straight creatures, straight land, 50-50, as close as you can get it. Maybe you run Dryad
you don't
Arbor
want any
and
of
then
those gay
then
creatures.
It
Is that what you're trying to
50-50.
say? You're straight creatures? What's up with you? What's up with that, man? I'm just kidding.
Jesus. I mean,
50-50. Yeah, it's like the fact that like I think
I'll get. I don't know. You want me to use like crooked card holders or what? Card condoms?
you don't want those straight ones.
No, you want. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
All right. No, so that was the only reason why I didn't put this one in, is because I was like, it's 6. You're looking at 6, and then you got to hope that it's, is it equal to, right? Equal to or less? No, mana value less.
That's a good question.
Oh, or equal. Okay. Or equal.
All right. I might do this
As a commander?
just to show you the power, and then I'll do
Team Forest Walk?
because there's those
Is that what you're gonna do?
spells like I'll do spells of just cheating in creatures. So like, it's an Elvish Piper deck. There we go. I'm there.
Except Elvish Piper's better. It's 4. You just
No,
play from your
it
hand.
has to go in your hand. This you get to look at 6 more cards. Come on.
But what if you don't?
It'll just be that kind of deck, like huge creatures, maybe
Huge-
even Quilled Great Worm.
But don't
and-
get too huge because you won't be able to play them.
No, I will. I'm not worried about it. It's gonna be, you get a Shy in there, all your creatures in land as well. You're done. It's over. That's a deck right there.
All right. I don't know what I want to fucking.
I was tip tapping all over the place, and you haven't picked a card yet.
Well, I'm gonna do.
I want
So,
you to.
I had that
one
Valkyrie's
that I
Call
wanted.
before, which I really liked for creatures dying and coming back, and then they have a finality counter and they're an angel and stuff. But I'm going to do something that seems pretty sweet. Right of the Dragon Caller. I like that one.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of on my
Whoops.
list. It's cool.
Yeah. Let's get it there. All right. Right of the Dragon Caller. Let's get a better. Ooh, look at that art. This one's a lot. It's 6 CMC, so 4 and 2 red for an enchantment. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 5/5 dragon creature token with flying. Yes.
Are you kidding me? For 6 mana, that's great.
YES. So this is gonna go on my what's his name? My Dragon's Approach deck, because that's all
My
like.
dragon has a first name.
What is his name? Edgin. It's gonna go on my Edgin
It's
deck.
EDGENIN, something like N.
But the fact that instant sorcery spell slinger decks, you're typically in red and blue, or just blue. But red and blue is the way you want to be in those spell slingers, and this is going to be fantastic in all those decks. So this is going in that deck. I think it's going to be great, and it fits in the theme because that's a Dragon's Approach deck, and then it's making dragons when you're casting spells. So yeah.
Do you have any honorable mentions, real quick?
I liked that, what I said, Valkyrie's Call, I thought was pretty
Okay.
sweet. That was the one that if a non-token creature dies, non-angel, it comes back as an angel with a finality counter and flying. I thought that one was kind of nice.
I think Bloodthirsty Conqueror is going to be great.
Yeah.
Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain life. So just another version.
Right. We have repeat. Same with Twin Flame Tyrant, where you're doubling the damage. You know, the dragon there. I do like Crystal Barricade. I thought that one was pretty sweet.
The other one.
Yeah, that was where I was hoping you would pick that one, because then I was
close.
Like, then I wouldn't have it. But that one is giving you self hexproof, and then I could pull it up, but giving you hexproof.
Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures you control.
So it wouldn't get the damage reduced, but it would save all your other creatures.
That's a great wall.
Yeah, that is a good wall. Jeremy would like it. So the hexproof the part is nice. The prevent all non-combat damage is nice to all your other creatures. So I dig that one. Other than that, I did have the Hydra on my list, but I wasn't going to necessarily pick it. And then Kite.
Exemplar of Light. Whenever you put a 1/1 counter on it, you get to draw a card once per turn. And then whenever you gain life, you get to put a 1/1 counter on it.
I don't remember seeing that one. Exemplar of what? Light?
Of Light. Yeah, so whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on that creature, and then whenever you put one or more 1/1 counters on this creature, you get to draw a card once per turn.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Ooh.
We got some decks that can go in.
Yeah.
Like
Will,
this is going to be great in Treebeard.
I like it with Will. But his counters on this creature, draw a card. This triggers once a turn. Yeah. I dig that. Gets bigger.
That's a pretty cool one.
It could be better. It would be better if it had lifelink.
And it was 2 white and a colorless.
That's what it is.
No, I said 2 white and 1 colorless.
Oh,
not 2 colorless. That makes it terrible. We make it like a 5/5 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Angel. I don't know.
No, Sarah Angel's 4/4. That's which
too good.
What's the other angel? That's like 7 mana to come out. Starts with an A, isn't it? Something angel.
All A's. Archangel of Achroma.
Oh, it might be Archangel.
And then the other one that I want to say real quick is Archmage of Runes.
Let me pull that one up.
Which is instants and sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card.
Oh yeah. I do like that one too.
That one's pretty cool too.
Well, what about the Snapcaster Mage on attack? Dude. Do you like that guy?
I might have missed that.
It's one of the top ones off of it, but it's when it attacks, it's for 4, so it's 2 blue and 2 colorless. When it attacks, you can until end of turn, you may cast target instant or sorcery from your graveyard for its CMC. I thought that was pretty interesting because it's in a flying. I believe it was not a Sphinx. Maybe it was a Sphinx.
You're a Sphinx. I do remember seeing it now, but I don't remember. It didn't make my list, so must have been something else. I don't know why.
You don't get the Snapcaster like immediate thing that happens, but the fact that you can keep doing it every time it attacks, you're able to cast another, instant or sorcery.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of nice. So I dug that one a little bit. So those are all we're just naming all new cards basically.
Yep. There's only 4.
Yeah.
D.
All right. If we missed something that you guys like better, please put that in the comments below. Probably put together a poll of our fave 5s and see which list you guys like better, or maybe you can make up a better list. We'll see. But now,
I'm sure
it's time to get to Stump to Smith Savant. And you did not get stumped, so it's this. You can already see the flavor text.
For
Get it out of there.
everyone's favorite game show, Stump the Smith Savant.
I forgot to hide the flavor text. It's got to be a surprise.
You know I can't.
You know I don't speak Spanish. All right, guys. If you don't know how this game works, I'm going to read the flavor text of a card, and Lowery's going to try to guess the card by asking yes or no questions. Hope I'm pouring my beer. Every yes will hear this.
Hello, boobies.
Every no will hear this.
Wrong.
He gets up to 5 wrong guesses before he's considered stumped. He gets up to 3 clues. If he can get everything about the card but can't get what the card name is, he will get a bonus clue, which will give the initials. My hat is all crooked. There we go. If he has a clue left over, he will get a bonus clue which should help give it away. The card has to be in at least 10,000 EDH rec decks. You don't just have to be a patron to play. You can enter by either emailing us at commandersmiths@gmail.com or shoot me a message on Discord if you are a part of the Discord. Currently, we are on week 5. So we have the 3 Tree City proxy, foil proxy, that is up for grabs, along with just ordered today a foil showcase, which has that scary movie art of Meat Hook Massacre 2, and it is in foil. So that'll be arriving. If we get to week 7, so we're at week 5, we need to get to 2 more weeks. So Lowery can't get stumped this week. And next week, Ragavan will be, this little Ragavan right here, will be on the list for up for grabs. So make sure you guys
need to just send in some easy ones. Softball it over to me.
Yeah, get it
We're
there.
good to go. Let's get there.
So we're getting close. So if Lowery doesn't get stumped, although this one's a hard one today, so we'll see if we can get this
Great.
one.
Sweet.
So this
Looking forward to
week
it.
is Shonsky, and let's see. Oh, your record 106 in 35. That's round 35, week 5. And here we go. Let's get the flavor text. I've eliminated the chat so chat can play along. And here we go. Townsfolk tapped their feet and hummed along, unwittingly amplifying the tune that would summon their doom. Townsfolk tapped their feet and hummed along, unwittingly amplifying the tune that would summon their doom.
All right. Townsfolk, for some reason, that feels white. White. And summoning their doom sounds tapping, amplifying the tune. I mean, this really feels like Innistrad of some sort. Maybe bringing back like the demons back on Avacyn Restored.
I forget to put our timer, so I'm going to drop that down to...
Whatever. Doesn't count. Doesn't matter. I give up before it's over anyway. So this feels very Innistrad. If I do ask, is this from Innistrad of some sort? Can you say yay or nay?
I can.
Okay. Is it from the Innistrad plane?
Wrong, 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 wrong.
Okay. All right. Is it white and or black color identity?
Wrong, 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 wrong.
I'll take a first clue, please.
Uh-oh. The art features an instrument covered with rodents, its notes ablaze as it plays a haunting dance of death. The art features an instrument covered with rodents, its notes ablaze as it plays a haunting dance of death.
I mean, rats would have made me still go with black color, but at this point, the fire images put it towards red. Red. Townsfolk tapped their feet and hummed along, unwittingly amplifying the tune that would summon their doom. So it definitely feels red. It could be Rakdos. Townsfolk feels out of place. Can I get that first clue again, please?
The art features an instrument covered with rodents, its notes ablaze as it plays a haunting dance of death.
One more time.
The art features an instrument covered with rodents, its notes ablaze as it plays a haunting dance of death.
Red. Definitely red. I don't know if I need that. The question ends up being at this point, is it permanent or non-permanent? Townsfolk tapping their feet and hum along, unwittingly amplifying the tune. This still feels like a 50-50 toss. I don't have anything there. It's either talking about like the noise, which would be a spell or the instrument, which is probably an artifact and or red. So is this a permanent spell?
Wrong, wrong, wrong,
Fucking
wrong.
3 wrong so far. All right, so this is a non-permanent spell. I believe it's red, which I was thinking it could potentially be colorless, but this makes it less likely to be colorless. Red seems like the bit at this point. It's not. That does not sound white, or the townsfolk make it kind of feel a little bit white, so very much does not feel like green. But is this red and or white color identity?
Hello, boobies.
Hey, you got a hello boobies.
Thank goodness. All right, so we're saying it's red and or white. We know that is a non-permanent spell. Townsfolk tapped their feet and hummed along, unwittingly amplifying the tune that would summon their doom. Doom. Townsfolk, we know it's red and or white. It is. Oh, I don't know beyond that. I'll take the second clue, please.
The text features a creation of an unusual creature type for this color, but they can't defend your honor, while also granting a bonus to all your creatures red is known for. All right, the text features a creation of an unusual creature type for this color, but they can't defend your honor, while also granting a bonus to all your creatures, red is known for. There's a lot going on with this one.
One more time, please.
The text features a creation of an unusual creature type for this color, but they can't defend your honor, while also granting a bonus to all your creatures red is known for.
I'm pretty lost, I'd say. Okay. So more than likely on the second, the boost is going to goblins. The initial token would be what? But it can't block. We have... Can I hear that second clue again, please?
The text features a creation of an unusual creature type that this color is not known for. I worded it different there for some reason. But they can't defend your honor, while also granting a bonus to all your creatures red is known for.
Yeah, I guess giving a boost to goblins, maybe that feels, I guess, right, but I don't. It could be any of them, but what would? It's not like a battle cry where it's just giving all of your creatures a boost because they don't. I don't think there's any tokens that have
And I didn't
battle
say
cry.
I didn't say boost. I said bonus. Just making sure you.
Okay.
Did you just
All
kiss
right.
at? Did you just kiss at me? Is that what you just did?
A raspberry kiss. There's
You might need that third clue, like for sure, on this one.
Yeah, that I'm
Especially at 3 wrong.
Who did this one?
Shonsky.
Jerk. I'll take the third clue.
All right, this card is only printed in Wilds of Eldraine. It's in 36,000 EDH rec decks, and most seen in Wick, the Warlid Mind. Do you know that one? Do you know who that guy is?
No.
That is the. I just want to pull it up just to make sure I got it right.
Like the world.
Yeah, it's WHORLED. So he is the one
Is he
dude
from Eldraine?
He's from Bloomborough, actually. So this one really kicked in. It's the one that has the snail, black snail, and then whenever Wick or another rat enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 black snail in, and then if the snail's already in, it gets a 1/1 counter.
And
he's color identity black, but he's color identity black, blue,
black,
and red.
red and blue.
Yeah.
My goodness. Can I hear all the clues again?
Yep. The art features an instrument covered with rodents, its notes ablaze as it plays a haunting dance of death. The text features a creation of an unusual creature type for this color, but they can't defend your honor, while also granting a bonus to all your creatures red is known for. And this card is only printed in Wilds of Eldraine. It's in 36,000 EDH rec decks and most seen in Wick, the Warlord. I don't know. Warlord mine? Warlord? Hit the button. You're under 10 minutes.
One.
She can't even read.
Two.
Bueller. All right. Townsfolk tapped their feet and hummed along, unwittingly amplifying the tune that would summon their doom. Honestly, like, there's nothing up there. I don't think I have an idea.
And you're at
of
3
what's
wrong
going
before we
on.
even got to the end here, so that's a little
Right,
tougher.
right. I don't think there's much I'm going to be able to do.
Oh, we're going to restart again.
Yeah, I think that's where we're going. I got to think about. Can you read through everything again?
The art features an instrument covered with rodents, its notes ablaze as it plays a haunting dance of death. The text features a creation of an unusual creature type for this color, but they can't defend your honor, while also granting a bonus to all your creatures red is known for. This card was only printed in Wilds of Eldraine. It's in 36,000 EDH rec decks and most seen in Wick, the Warlord Mind. All right, let's start to work through the text part. Can you figure out what is the bonus to all creatures red is known for?
All right. So Strange Token ends up being, since it's Eldraine, they were doing all those fucking enchantment tokens. I have no memory of what all of them do. The only thing that's coming to my mind is like Monstrous Rage. I do really like that card, but it's not giving a boost to all creatures. It's giving a boost to one creature. And so what's another, there's a couple of red cards that I remember enjoying from Eldraine. What is there? There's it's more than likely a creature that can't block, can't defend your honor. It means it can't block. Right? The weird token, I mean, for this color or whatever that, I mean, I'm fairly certain it's those auras that are tokens. I just don't know the difference. There's like 4 or 5 different ones of them. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's a year old at this point. I probably might not.
I think
even
there's a
looked
big
at it.
reason why this is in so many decks.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. All right. So I still don't think I know what it is. I mean, it makes sense. So the card is making a rat token that can't block.
Is that your question?
Yeah, let's just go with rat token.
Hello, boobies.
Good job. You figured out the token that isn't known for this color. Although you haven't named a color yet. It's all right.
It's red or white, so it's red. It is a
Hello,
red
boobies.
card.
Yeah, because the commander doesn't have white in it. So it's like,
Yeah.
you got it figured out.
And that commander I believe is red, or not red, but a rat.
Yep. It's a rat warlock.
And then there's rats in the picture as well. So that's it took a long time. I think I'm just really dumb right now. I'm gonna blame it. I'm very certain that I'm hungover from Halloween still.
That's 2 weeks ago almost.
Week and a half, and I'm still having. We have plenty of candy. Like it's the candy. It's not the booze.
not the
it's
booze,
The candy
it's the
that
candy.
makes me groggy.
You need the booze to get your brain juices going.
Right. That's
All right,
the problem. I'm sober.
What is the bonus to all creatures red is known for?
Holy moly. I mean goblins, but I don't know. I'm more than willing to give up at this point. I don't think I know this card.
So
I concede.
Oh,
concede.
congratulations, Shansky, you win. I'm going to try to work you through this really quick. Okay, I think when we're talking about bonus, you're thinking of like plus
Boost,
advantage.
but
think of what red, what evergreen ability does red provide?
first strike,
Okay, the next one. What is it also?
trample.
No, that's a green thing.
It's red as its secondary.
Yep, but what is red mostly known for?
Double strike,
No, it's an easy one. Like it's one of the basic ones.
defender.
When a creature comes into play, it has summoning sickness, right? What
Haste.
is red? Yeah, red. So it
That's
gives
stupid.
all your creatures haste. Okay.
All right.
All right. So it's one red and X. The X creates the rat tokens, but you can just pay the one red and all your creatures gain haste. Is that helping at all?
No, but I think it has something to do with like a flute.
You are right.
I do know that card now. I would not have gotten there though.
Okay, so the part in
Piper's
the
flute.
your the part where dance of death, that is a German word for, or this word is German for that. You were just in Germany, so I was hoping.
Nobody's threatening my life. What?
Dance of death. I don't even know how to say this word, so that's why I had to look it up.
Macabre.
No, it's Totentans. Totentanz.
All right.
Do you know what that is? Toten, whatever.
Obviously, it's German for death.
It's German for dance of death. So
Dance of death.
the actual card.
I do kind of remember it at this point, but I was not going to get there. Yeah.
And see, if you look close, there's little
Oh, a song.
there's
of Toten-
little rat guys on the flute, all here, and then you got the notes of flame there.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't even close. Like I wouldn't have gotten. I still didn't have sorcery. Song of. I mean, song. I might have eventually gotten there, but
What is that word? It's that
I
predicament.
think that's.
of,
I think. Oh, yeah.
that one
We're
time where
back
you
to
couldn't.
Rugara.
Yeah, you got
Song
it
of
right.
Tons. You know, that song of Tons.
Yeah. Congrats, Shansky. You win the foil 3 Tree City, and when we get the Meat Hook Massacre 2
Nice
foil
job.
in the
Nice
mail, you
job.
get that. So we're restarting. Again, guys, we do need you guys to enter, and I should have said this earlier. You guys got to make sure you like and subscribe right now. If you're watching this video, please like it right now because we do have serial thumbs downers. That does help us out. But if you aren't even a part of the Discord, you can enter. We do need more entries because we're starting to run out here. We're getting low on the end here. I'm not going to do a drawing because I haven't updated my drawing thing. I've been just going because I keep forgetting. So your name will get drawn no matter what. Like, you're going to go at some point because I go from oldest, I mark down when you enter and all that stuff. So please enter because you can win. If you can stump Lowery, you can potentially win. If you don't stump Lowery, it goes on that board that's right behind Lowery there or on my board over here and all that stuff. So. All right. Well, that should do it for this week. We will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas. I love boobs. I'm
blaming the
bunkers for
candy.
honkers. I love boobs.
Done.
Thanks
Never
for the
again.
memories. I
Next year.
love boobs.
Hit buttons and boom. Hey gang, the best way to support the Commander Smiths is make sure you slap that like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel. Also, check out our online store, commandersmiths.com, where we have metal tokens, mugs, t-shirts, playmats, and